What is going on, StreamYard? Hold on, let me get the regular show going. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Happy Sunday. Happy first Sunday of 2022. You are listening to the Get Right Radio Show with the baddest bitch on the block, Eric Devante. And right now, I'm going it solo dolo. What a way to bring in 2022, okay? A bad bitch can hold a mic down. So we hope. But yes, once again, happy 2022. And Kelvin is currently dealing with public transportation, which is a very ghetto system, if I've ever. We are manifesting that in this new year that we have cars and shit because baby, hold on. I tried to have some background music to, fill out the space. But in 2022 we are manifesting cars because public transportation is like honestly too ghetto for my good at this point. Like I literally have seen so many people butt ass naked on the expo line and I don't know what that's about. I don't know what that's about at all, but like it's getting very graphic. Like the girls be bent over in fetal position with their asses out, and I'm just like, ugh. And I know it's a combination of like mental health issues and some homelessness, and for that, not necessarily a laughing matter. But as a fellow pedestrian, I don't want to see that shit, literally and figuratively. I do not want to see that shit. So we're manifesting cars in this new year. But yes, happy 2022. So how has everything been for me since the start of the new year? Well, if I'm being honest, I don't know. Did we have a show for Christmas? Christmas was like 6 days ago at this point. Six. I feel like we haven't had a show since Christmas, and I wasn't quite honestly in the Christmas spirit because I wasn't able to go home. So, for that, I was very much here, kind of just being the Grinch. But then I got together with a really good friend. We did have a show after Christmas. I don't give a fuck. Y'all gonna hear this story. So I got together with a really good friend of mine. Shout out to the friend of the show, JB. And he's such a gentleman. He cooked me like this whole salmon dinner with like spinach and shit. And we watched Holiday Heart. He told me to pick a Christmas movie. And I didn't necessarily think Holiday Heart was a Christmas movie, but I was like, it has holiday in the name. And certain movies have more context when you're older. So I was just like, you know what? Holiday Heart. And bitch, when I tell you that shit was more in depth than I remember it being. Like, of course, I remember that Wanda was a crackhead and that she struggled to overcome her drug addiction. But like, let me tell you, the whole storyline was completely shifted for me. I was convinced that the guy that Wanda got with and Holiday were fucking in the end. Like, I really thought that became like some gay alternative partnership. That's not what happened. So, for all my bitches that like nostalgia, I highly, highly recommend that you go back and watch the movies that you felt like you understood in your childhood and then really see what the context means now in 2022. Because, baby, I was like, oh shit, I had this all wrong. But, yeah, I actually also promised myself that in 2022 I would watch a lot more Black films because y'all know that's not really my get down. Like I'm not a movie watcher because my attention span just is not giving it up like I would hope it would. I'm more of a music listener, but like there's still a lot that I need to cross off the list. Like in this new year, I started Love Jones. I did not get through Love Jones. Once again, my attention span, and it was late. I cannot watch movies when it's late. Like because I be starting shit during booty call hours and I just be like halfway out once the climax comes. That sounds crazy. I be halfway asleep by the time the peak of the movie is happening. So yeah, I can't do that. But I started Love Jones. I really want to try Life Next, the movie with Eddie Murphy, and then Boys in the Hood. We gonna work our way though. It's a process. It's a process. If any of y'all have like any lists of Black films that you feel like I must watch, please send them in because in 2022 I'm trying to do better. Okay, I did finally watch The Color Purple, and I would like to ask, why did y'all want me to watch that oppressive shit so bad? Why did y'all want me to watch that? Like, I'm so tired of Black people being oppressed and watching that play out in films. Like, it was great to be able to get the references, like the patty cake reference, the Harpo references, like all of that. But at the same time, once again, another movie that pisses me off about white people. And I was just like, I'm a real We Are the World bitch, so I don't be trying to see that. But y'all really wanted me to watch that oppressive shit, and I don't know what the fuck is good with y'all. Like, please get out of watching black sad films in this new year. We don't need that. We need better energy, okay? So yeah, what was my New Year's like? New Year's, I was able to hang out with my best friend Jordan, who was visiting from the East Coast. He was my first roommate when I first moved out here to LA. So shout outs to Jordan. And baby, when I tell you I was fucked up, I was fucked up. And you know the sad part about this, I had all the intention to go in there and have like a 2-drink maximum because I had to be at work the next day, and I work at a gym and I get free workouts at the gym. So I was like, I don't want to work out drunk. And I don't know how many of y'all have went to the gym while hungover. That shit is not fun. That shit is not cute. That shit is not inspired. The great thing about the gym that I work at is because of the machines that they use, it helps to like faster facilitate the hangover. But bitch, it's already hard working out. I don't want to fucking sweat, wheeze, detox at the same time. My body was so overwhelmed, bitch. There was a point where I was just laying on the machine. Mind you, I'm at work and there's other people in there. And the classes consist mostly of like older white women. And I was still in there just like taking all the breaks. And these like 50-plus-year-old women are in there squatting, throwing down slam balls and shit. And I'm just on the power plate wheezing. And I'm just like, you know what, girl, fuck this. You're not going to kill me. Like, it's cute to get the check and it's cute to work out. But like, at what cost? I don't know. That's been my thing in 2022. Like, I really want to get my diet together. I've been trying to eat better. But I fucked up last night. I definitely had Popeyes. It's because I be staying up too late. And when I stay up too late, I start to scroll on Uber Eats like it's Instagram. And I'm just like, well, what can I eat at this hour? Tip for all the girls who like to eat late. If you don't know this, don't order. You can't order past 2. Like, nothing that is worth ordering is open at after 2 a.m. So like, if you want to get some shit in, you have until like 1:30 to get that shit going. So that's where I fucked up. I did not need that Popeyes. And now I'm kind of bloated. But it's fine. I've been losing weight. I went to the doctor's office and I stepped on the scale and she told me I was 191. The last time that cruel bitch told me I was like 200 pounds. And I was just like, girl, go to hell. But I mean, I guess 191 is still damn near 200 pounds. But technically, if you were to round, it would round down. So I'm technically 190. Yep, that sounds right. So, yeah, in the new year, I really want to get my health together. I'm trying to chill with the drinking. The thing is, my birthday is literally at the top of the new year. Well, it's not at the top of the new year. It's basically at the top of the new year. My birthday is January 11th. So it's like, what is your birthday? You want to go hard. You want to celebrate because the world revolves around you more than ever on that day. So for me, I'm trying not to go too hard, but on Thursday, for my bitches that want to come shake some ass, I'll be at Chapel and WeHo for Classique, which is a really great party. Oh, not my tongue slurry. I'm sober, y'all. I promise. It's a speech impediment. But I will be at Classique on Thursday, so come shake some ass with the kid, okay? I was gonna say buy me some drinks, but that's literally the problem. That's the problem I'm trying to change in 2022. Like, I don't want to drink that much. So I mean, if y'all want to come get the kid, like, what is it? What the fuck is that shit called? Fuck it, just give me sparkling water. That'll work. I'll probably be drunk anyway. Honestly, let's see what happens. Okay, give me a bottle and a mystical song, and bitch, we going out. So yeah, New Year's was cute, but I got really, really fucked up. But I will say I had a great round in beer pong. For my bitches that are like, I don't know, like party goers, you don't have to be a college head for this, but for my bitches that are party goers, you know how beer pong gives it up. And I'm very competitive. It doesn't matter if I'm good at the sport or not, but I'm really competitive. And I won, what was it? I won 3 games. I actually won all 3 games that I played. So we are technically still the reigning champs. Me and my partner, Amanda. Shout outs to Amanda. I know that's motherfucking right. So yeah, that's pretty much been my week. I want to get into how Kelvin's week has been, but I will wait for him to get here. Until then, I guess I should merge into Bitch You Better Read, and I will discuss with y'all face to face. Y'all getting a one-on-one session. All right now, come on, 2022. Y'all want some personal time with the kid? Oh, y'all nasty. All right, let's get into Bitch You Better Read.
What's my favorite word?
All right, number 1. Calvin's not here, so I can't scream it. I'm not exhausting my vocal cords, and I got a speech impediment. Bitch, that would sound so stupid. So yeah, number one, Betty White's 100th birthday celebration is set to still continue. So first off, I want to send prayers and condolences to the family and friends of Betty White, the icon, the legend Betty White, because I mean, the legacy speaks for itself, and she's truly a queen. And I'm really sad that she wasn't able to make it to her 100th birthday. It was going to be on January 17th. Shout out to my fellow Capricorn queen. May she rest in peace. But yeah, so Betty White's planned 100th celebration will continue despite her death on New Year's Eve. Calvin's here, by the way. Hey, Calvin.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning.
I'll take a pause on Betty. How are you?
A dog just bit me.
A dog bit you?
Yes.
Walking here?
Yes.
What kind of dog?
I don't even know the little fucking mutt.
Where was the owner?
With it. Like the dog, I'm walking, minding my business, moving briskly.
Uh-huh.
And then the dog walks past me, and then I sense the dog turn around and it goes, and the bitch bit me and ripped my pants.
Oh my God.
And now I think I'm bleeding a little bit. You see it?
Not necessarily.
This is when we need the string on. Do you see it?
Oh yeah.
This bit me and then ripped my pants.
Oh shit.
Ripped my whole pants. And then the owner was like, "Oh, how much are your pants? Like $20?"
Oh hell no.
These are Nikes. These are, I don't remember how much. These are at least 45.
Right. What did you say to her?
I just said, "It's okay."
Oh, you too fucking nice.
I'm dealing with too much already.
That's fair.
I'm just like, I'm not even going to yell at you.
Baby.
I'm not going to kick your fucking dog. Like I should have beat that bitch's ass. Like, oh my gosh, we're babysitting. Their dog has never done anything like that. You violent ass mutt.
You should have put that bitch down in that moment.
Put it down.
Yeah.
So now I got to get some alcohol wipes and stuff so I won't have rabies.
And you have to take your pants to the cleaner so they can stitch it up. Don't throw those out. They're cute. Literally take them to the cleaners, pay $10, and they will stitch that up. And you'll never know that was ripped.
So
well, you'll remember
annoying.
because you'll have the dog bite.
I'm so annoyed.
You know, I like to believe that when 2022 starts off a little shabby, that is a sign.
Off shit today.
Yeah.
How am I late today?
I mean, public transportation.
On the first day.
I mean, I discussed it briefly, saying that we are manifesting cars in 2022 because public transportation is the most ghetto system I've come across. So, you know, it's okay. You know, unwind. I actually got you some apple juice.
You love me.
I figured you would need
like
keep
you drinking in the studio.
Pick me up.
Love me.
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciate that.
Of course. I know how it goes. So do you want to talk about your week in any way, shape, or form? Feel free to skim out on any details that you don't want to share with the kids.
It's been a long week and a half.
Yeah.
It has. It's been a good New Year. New Year's was cool. I actually didn't do anything. I stayed in the house.
That's good.
I was planning on going out. I had an outfit on. I got fully dressed. I walked into the living room. Brian was not dressed. Lavelle was not dressed. And I sat there and I was like, I'm not going nowhere. And I took all my clothes back off.
Did they not want to go out?
I don't know if they did or they didn't. I think Brian did. Brian definitely wanted to go out. But then once I put everything on, I was like, I'm not going nowhere.
Where were y'all supposed to go?
We don't even know.
No.
We don't even know.
Just gonna wing it?
We're just gonna wing it.
I mean,
I should have took a mirror selfie, so at least I had a picture of the outfit. The outfit was cute.
I mean, that just means you get to wear it again.
Yeah, but no one ever's gonna see it. I don't know. I'll put it on one day.
One day.
One day. But yeah, my father. So this week I've been dealing with the loss of my father. My father passed away this past week. We got a phone call on, I want to say Christmas Eve, saying that my dad went missing that morning before. So from Christmas Eve up until the 27th, he was missing. We didn't know where he was. And then they found his body on the 28th, the morning of the 28th. So just been kind of navigating those things as the week has gone through. So I'll be gone next week. So I will miss your birthday. I'm sorry about that.
It's okay.
But I'll be gone next week, handling his arrangements for his funeral service. So everyone has reached out to me. Everyone has said kind words and words of encouragement. I greatly appreciate them. They are helping in this very difficult time. Yeah. I've never experienced I've only experienced close death like twice. Like my auntie and my grandmother. My auntie and my grandfather. So they were kind of like close. It's one of my favorite aunties, so that was close. And then also my grandfather, but I was a little younger, so I really didn't understand mortality and things like that. And now that I'm older and losing my dad, like that's my dad, it's like it hits a little different.
Yeah.
And I'm learning how to grieve properly. I've been trying to keep busy, but I'm realizing that's not the best way to do it.
Yeah.
So next week, I was going to go to work next week. I was going to go to work all the way up to Wednesday because I was going to leave Thursday. But this morning I woke up and said, Kelvin, you can't do that to yourself.
Yeah.
I cannot. And I know that we have a lot of things that we need to do. Like we have 4 shows, and they just have to be upset with me.
Yeah. I mean, don't put yourself in a hectic, tense environment. And when I say tense, I just mean when there's a lot to get done, especially in the media realm, it can get very antsy. So don't put yourself through that energy.
Yeah, I don't think I am. I think they will find some way to do these last couple shows without me.
They'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm sending an email.
Yeah. You should. It sounds like you're contemplating.
Yeah, I thought about it on the train. I was like, the thought of working next week and then going home and then handling that and then coming back, I don't think.
And picking back up where you left off.
I don't think I'm giving myself enough time.
Yeah. I think that's fair. You have to honor that.
Yeah.
So,
but that was my week.
Okay.
Yeah. What a way to kick off the year. And then a dog bit me.
I'm telling you, when it starts off shabby.
I said, what is going on? The universe is beating my ass right now. What is going to happen?
It's just, what's the I don't really know the how that happens, but diamonds got to get polished somehow.
They do. And I always talk about I talk about numerology a lot. How I didn't even read the docs. I don't know if we're getting to this later. But how 2022 is like 2 + 2, 2 + 2, which is 4s. And 4s are the number of the master builder. And 4 is the best is in my life has been like my angel number. And also how 4 just helps you guys. You were supposed to be like, this is the year that you walk into your purpose. 4 is like the idea that you are on the right path and doing what you need to do. So I'm hoping that if all this shit is happening before this even year gets officially started, and in the second day I get bit by a fucking dog, I hope that the rest of the year is a manifestation of what I've been praying for and what I've been asking for, and everything that comes to fruition happens correctly. So yes.
2 + 2 + 2.
Well, 2 + 2 is 4, and then another 4, so it's double 4, 44. Like Barack.
2 + 2 is 4, and then another 4.
Yeah, because the other 2s.
Isn't that 6?
Isn't it 2022?
Yeah. 2, 4, 6.
Oh my god.
I kind of didn't want to burst your bubble because I really liked how you were doing
my
it.
My numerology's off.
Yeah, it's a 6.
Never mind. This is why this year's trash.
No, stop. Don't claim it. Don't claim that. It's just
I'll come back in 2023. This year's trash. Now let me Google 6.
Okay, Google 6.
6 is the number of completion.
Yeah. And I am manifesting that this year becomes divinely amazing for you, and that all of your blessings reach alignment. You just got to stay the course. I mean, there's really no other option in this life other than to stay the course. So we're gonna work it out. We're gonna work it out.
It says the number is connected to love, charm, health, oneness, empathy, destiny, and kismet. The number represents the planet Venus, which is the love goddess. So you may be in love this year. And people have this number in their names are said to be trustful, dependable, romantics, and charming in essence. I have 6 letters in my name.
I have 4.
Kelvin.
Okay. Maybe you'll fall in love this year.
Falling in love with you.
Amen.
That's what I'm falling in love with.
Shit, that's the safest person to fall in love with.
Somebody said that. Did you start Bitch You Better Read? I just came in and bombarded the show. Did you say how your weekend was? I missed it. It was good.
It's been good. It's
you
been
got some New Year, maybe?
No. I haven't had sex in a while.
That's good.
Yeah. I don't feel any way about it. I don't feel any way about it. It's not something I feel like I need right now. If I got it, hey, but like,
because distractions.
yeah, I was telling a friend that I just want to increase the rotation, but I also with that want new energy, new male energy. I like what I have going on now. But just in this year, I want to push myself out of my comfort zone, and that doesn't mean slut myself out. But like, I do want to just meet new guys. I want to do more dating. That's really what I want. Sex is very secondary for me, but I do want to do more dating. I want to, get to know guys on deeper levels and see what really works for me, see how I am in that realm and stuff like that. So I'm open to that. But I don't really have many expectations on love, relationships, or anything like that. I just want to see what God has planned for me, and I will go with the flow of it. So yeah. But New Year's was great, and I was drunk as shit.
Okay.
Still went to work the next day like a fucking boss.
Okay.
I worked out. I've been working out at work.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, I'm just going with the flow of life and seeing what I can do to, enhance my quality of life.
I love that.
Mm-hmm. So I do feel at peace. And I think like I still have the days where I wake up. You ever wake up and you're just like, I just don't.
Yeah.
I just don't.
We'll try again tomorrow.
Right.
Tomorrow.
So I've been more conscious about rewiring my mental and just being like, let's wake up and start with gratitude. Like, what are you grateful for? And like really talking myself off the ledge, because I think a lot of times I don't even know what it is. Like innately we'll kind of just wake up and be like, but like I don't want that energy to run me, and I don't want it to dictate my interactions with other people or just my day to day. So just really trying to be one step ahead of all of it. So that's where I'm at right now. But it's a test. This is only day 2, and it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
will happen.
So
your birthday's coming up.
I know. I'm so excited. I was telling the kids that they probably like, bitch. I was telling everybody that I'll be at Classic on Thursday, shaking some ass, and then Saturday I will be at Saddle Ranch, riding the mechanical bull. So, I'm excited. And then my actual birthday is the 11th, which is Tuesday. So if you guys want to, cash out the kid, send me any good energies, any good, I don't know, spiritual readings, whatever the case may be, send that in. I'm open to all of it. But I'm just really excited.
Send you a tarot card reading. I'm gonna flip a card on you.
Okay, just don't do no Carmen shit. I was just watching that, not the movie, but I was watching that scene in particular the other day, and then she kept getting on them death cards. Don't do, bitch.
No.
That's my song.
I don't wanna.
She cut that song up. She cut that song up. Her Wyclef, Rod Digger. It was good.
Oh, he could be a little older when looking for good. It's a good one.
Why is it that every time this comes back, it's loud?
Because that's loud.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay,
it's supposed to be right there.
Stay there.
Yeah, Eric's on the board today.
Yeah, if you couldn't tell, they probably like, why is it blazing hip hop and R&B? Sorry. But yeah, that's what's been going on. So yeah, very excited for 2022.
We're into Betty White.
Yes, we are into Betty White. So I'm gonna transition back, y'all. Hold on.
Okay. What's my favorite word?
So number one, Betty White's 100th birthday celebration is set to continue. Betty White's planned 100th birthday celebration will continue despite her death on New Year's Eve. A film paying tribute to the iconic Hollywood star was set to premiere for one night in movie theaters, and after receiving news of her death, producers say that they will still release the film on White's birthday, January 17th. Our hearts mourn today with the passing of Betty White. During the many years we worked with her, we developed a great love and admiration for Betty as a person and as an accomplished entertainer, said producer Steve Bachetter and Mike Trinkline, something like that. We are thankful for the many decades of delight she brought to everyone. Betty always said that she was the luckiest broad on 2 feet to have had a career as long as she did. And honestly, we were the lucky ones to have had her for so long. According to the New York Post, the movie will talk about White's career in Hollywood, her advocacy for animals, and the friendships she's developed throughout the years. The film will also show guest stars such as Ryan Reynolds, Jay Leno, Jimmy Kimmel, Jennifer Love Hewitt, Carol Burnett, and several others. Tickets are currently on sale and will be released in theaters nationwide this month. I actually would love to see that. I love Betty White. I'm such a Golden Girls fanatic, and that was my introduction to Betty White.
Yeah. I love Betty White too. Betty White gave us lots of great moments. And then
Mhm.
as you know, when people pass, they start to bring up these old facts. And you know, she was down for the people. Did you see the
I
thing
did see
about
the
the
clip.
tap dancer?
Arthur.
Yeah, Arthur, that was on
Mhm.
her show, and then the whites didn't like it. She said, "That's
Mhm.
okay, deal with it." And
Or
then she
we'll
ended
just
up-
end the show.
yeah, and she lost her show because of that, because what she believed in, what she stood up for, and I think that's very admirable. And I don't think that she does get a lot of flowers, but I don't think that we understood how much of a gem she truly really was.
Mhm.
And now she's with the rest of the Golden Girls.
Yeah. Crazy. We lost like two of our elderly icons, Cicely Tyson, Betty
Yeah.
White. It's just
Yeah.
like, ooh. But you know, at the same time, that is the cycle of life. So I don't feel any way. It's not like I'm directly connected to her. I
Mhm.
mean, you know, if this was someone older in my family, I probably feel deeper. But that's the cycle of life, and all you can do is celebrate it. She lived to 99. Most people don't
Yeah,
see
most
that,
people don't see that.
especially in these times. So you know, it just is what it is.
It's a blessing.
Yeah.
I
So
will be watching the special.
mhm.
I'll be watching the special, and I hope that
It didn't even say where it's airing. It just said tickets are currently on sale. So I guess theaters
in
on
theaters.
Mhm.
Well, they need to put like on Hulu or Netflix or something.
I'm saying, especially with the way this whole
Yeah, HBO Max.
COVID shit is going.
You know, everybody's getting COVID.
Yeah, I know. Not into it.
Everybody. I know at least 4 to 5 people right now
Not into it.
with it. And I had a cough and a sneeze,
Mhm.
and I thought I couldn't taste, child. I thought I died.
I'm not laughing at that. It's the way you said it.
But I had I took a COVID test,
Mhm.
came back negative,
That's
and I
good.
took another one, and those results. That took like the rapid one, and that
Mhm.
came back negative. I took like the 2-day one, and
Mhm.
I'm waiting for those results to come back today. So
Fingers crossed.
I ain't got it.
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
Do you have taste?
You have taste.
Do you have smell?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. I can smell.
Weirdo.
I was gonna taste the mic, but
That's
how you get.
That's
COVID.
literally how you get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Licking shit and putting your tongue in places it does
Yeah.
not belong.
And that's how I probably got it. Well, not me. That's other people got it.
Oh.
Yeah. So everybody stay hydrated. Wash your hands.
Mhm.
Don't touch people. Stay
Mm.
away from crazies.
Absolutely.
Oh, I forgot to your frat brother Darrell was in town all week.
How was
He
that for
a
him?
hoot.
Good.
He had a good time.
He was fun.
Shout out to Darrell.
Yes, he was a
He had a
gem.
great time here. He told me
Good.
to tell you thank you for all the fun.
I didn't even get to see him that much. I wanted to see him more. After that brunch, I went home and was out.
You went to bed?
Bitch, I was out.
Oh, we were in the town.
I watched like, cause I know y'all went to WeHo that night.
Mhm.
I went home and watched maybe like Unsung or something, and it was like I was out. I was so tired. But we had also did the show, and every Sunday, like it's just a struggle to get out of bed. So I was just like, all right.
You don't like us here? You don't like me here?
Hmm? I love you.
You don't like me here with me? That's why it's a struggle?
No, it's a struggle because a bitch be burnt out.
Yeah. Tell me anything.
So how was it at the end?
It was good. We ended it how we started it
Mm-hmm.
in WeHo last night. Good old time in Trunks with their poison beverages. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a heavy pour
They're
or if
so
it's cheap.
heavy-handed.
I don't know if it's. I don't know what
I
it
think
is.
it's a combination of both.
Because baby,
yeah, they'll get you. They will get you.
and I'm not drinking all year. I've decided that I'm not drinking all year.
I respect that.
So at least for the first quarter, let's see if we make it to April. But I'm not drinking all year.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one of the goals.
All right.
Putting to the side. You know how much I love Obama's from also.
Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna talk down on you. You could do it. Number two. A family is seeking answers after a 23-year-old woman was found deceased in her apartment after meeting with an older white man on a dating app. A Bridgeport, Connecticut family is looking for answers after their loved one, 23-year-old Lauren Smith Fields, was found deceased in her apartment earlier this month. According to News 12 Westchester, Lauren was found unresponsive in her apartment on December 12th. Her family says that she met an older white man on the dating app Bumble, and he was one of the ones that alerted authorities. At the moment, investigators have not made any comments about the incident, and the medical examiner has not released an official cause of death. Lauren's brother, Lakeem Jeter, says that he asked authorities about the older white man, and they reportedly told him that he was a nice man with no need to be investigated. Lauren's father also said to News 12, "Without a doubt, we know that my daughter was not a drug user, and I had a second autopsy myself paid out of pocket because we felt so uncomfortable with the way that it was handled. He continued to state that the only contact they've had with the police was a very insensitive, condescending, and arrogant detective. All right. We are really tired of this narrative of Black people being oppressed in hard times.
Okay.
The city of Bridgeport released a statement and said that the Bridgeport Police Department takes these concerns very seriously. The command staff of the Detective Bureau is reviewing the handling of this case to ensure that the best practices were and are being followed. It is imperative to note that the death of Lauren Smith Fields remains an ongoing investigation. Our department extends its deepest condolences to the family of Lauren. Yeah, no. Even that alone, like that little wrap-up statement, didn't sit well. I personally don't know what it feels like to have a child, let alone lose that child. But for you guys to say that this is a very nice man that does not need investigating, as if you actually know him personally, is very questionable. And I feel like it steps outside of the bounds of your job. Like, it's not your job to give personality descriptors. If somebody was around that person and it was the last person seen with them, do your due diligence and investigate them like you would investigate everybody else. Okay, the same way y'all investigated Breonna Taylor's man when y'all came in and shot that girl. It's the same way y'all need to investigate this white man. I don't have the energy for this in 2022. I don't have it. You know, I'm tired of seeing Black people just oppressed. And the reason why I put this in here is not because of, you know, it's a Black person being killed, blah, 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 blah. No, the reason why I put this on here is because there's a bigger issue of dating app murders happening in the last month or so. Like, I don't know if you guys heard about the, I think he's like Latinx, and he got together with this guy on Grindr, and then the guy, who is also an older white man, cut his genitals off, ate them, and hung him in his basement. I don't know what's going on these hookup apps. Correction, these dating apps. Y'all see the air quotes on StreamYard.
Okay.
But no, I deleted Jack so quickly. I said enough of this shit. I read this story first, then saw that one, and I was just like, girl, no, I can't. It's not like I was paying the girls attention on Jack, as like, because people was commenting 169 unread messages. I'm like, they don't be saying shit. So like, why the fuck am I reading the messages? But you know, as sad as it is, it's also disgusting. What the fuck is wrong with you people?
You know who else was charming?
Who?
Ted Bundy. You know who else was charming? Jeffrey Dahmer. But you know what they did?
Shorty, y'all killers.
They chopped people up after sexually abusing them. And I'm pretty sure
Jeffrey ate them.
He ate them. And I'm pretty sure that if they lived in this time, they would probably do it over a dating app.
It's so easy.
So because that man seemed to be a nice swipe rightable man,
right.
You don't think that he needs to be investigated? You don't think there's not any foul play in that? Now if this young lady was a white young lady,
oh yeah,
he would have been behind bars.
Oh yeah.
But because she's a Black young lady, they're letting it slide. And they're trying to make it probably seem like she was the aggressor.
That she was abusing drugs.
Just trying to pull anything out their ass.
And for what? What do y'all gain from that?
Nothing. I think it's so sad that we still live in a nation that will literally let someone pass on their whiteness alone because that's what it is. He did a little smile. Oh, he called the cops, so he can't turn himself in. Bitch, why the fuck was he there? How did he find her? How did he alert it?
Right.
Like what happened between them swiping right, meeting up, and then him calling the cops to say, "Oh, I discovered her." Did you say you discovered her when you was on your way to the date? How did you walk in? Like, how did you just find her? Something's not connecting.
Yeah,
Doesn't make sense.
I don't understand. Are you on StreamYard?
No, I'm not. I'm not on StreamYard
because I'm sure it looks like a one-man band. I emailed you the link, but yeah, I don't know. You know, rest in peace. My condolences to this young woman's family. Nobody wants to deal with this stuff, especially so close to the holidays. And she's 23, like she's damn near a baby in adult years. And like, just what the fuck, man? People are not getting on dating apps for this. Well, I mean, clearly the killers are, but like when people get on dating apps, the intention is to either hook up or, you know, connect on a deeper level. Nobody is looking to meet their demise. So to the sick, I mean, I'm not even going to talk to the crazy people out there because you can't rationalize with crazy people. But to everyone who's on the dating apps that are slightly sane, please be careful. You know, when you meet with someone for the first time, meet with them in a public space. Do not meet them in your home, which, by the way, that should not be a thing anyway, because your home is your sacred space.
Yeah.
People bring their energies, their demons, et cetera, into your space. Everyone does not need to be invited to your home. So, you know, give yourself the respect to meet them in a public space. So that way, if they are crazy, you know, at least there are people around you. So go to like movie theaters, go to restaurants, bowling, but do not hook up with these people.
I'm on StreamYard. And also, stop telling people you can host. You can't host.
Yeah.
You can travel. Stop having these weird people in your house. I be telling people that all the time. Do not have weird people in your house, because one, people steal. People know you live.
That's the main reason I don't let people come over.
You don't know who knows who. That does not have your good intention at heart. People catfishing. Like, don't be bringing these bandy people to the house.
And then, like, what do you do? I always think about that. Like, what if I have somebody come over and they don't look like themselves and they're literally in front of my house? Like, what do I do at that point?
I've had that happen once.
Have you really?
When I lived in Inglewood.
Oh my God.
Someone catfished me.
Were they like drastically different?
Drastically different.
In what way?
Like 200 pounds different.
Oh my God.
And they came in smelling like pork chops.
Oh no.
I said, oh wow.
I love pork chops.
So I was not rude. I was not mean. They came in, I invited them, we had a drink, and then I said, very politely, so who was that in your profile?
Did you really?
Yeah, I did. And they said, it was someone else. I said, okay, I understand. I just think that I'm going to be nice about it, but other people won't be as nice about it. So you probably shouldn't do things like that, because some people may want to fight you, or you may get yourself in trouble.
Or hurt.
I'm not that type of person, which is why you spend gas, so I'll let you come in and have a drink, but this is probably where it's going to end. I do wish you have a wonderful time.
What was his response to all of that and his reasoning for why?
He never gave a reason why.
I don't understand the science of catfishing. I understand that there's this clear indication of like low confidence.
Yeah.
If you feel the need to act as someone else, but like, if you have the intention to meet up with this person, it's gonna come to a head, and it's like, why even do? That's a lot of energy and a lot of work.
Yeah.
You know, like, I just don't see it for the catfishing shit. But what did he say when you were like, people are not going to take that kindly to this?
He was just basically saying, I can understand that. I can see how some people would be turned off or wouldn't want that to happen. And I'm like, so why would you do it? Like, because eventually you have to meet these people.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going with the intent of meeting with someone.
Yes.
Like, I wanted to ask, but I was like, just over it. Like, what is your mindset in the car? Like, how do you mentally prepare yourself?
Right. Like, I did all this and I'm about to go meet them. Like, what do you even say at that point?
What do you say?
Squarespace, you're not getting free promo.
How do you even? I don't know.
I don't either. But like, when I tell you Jack is gone, that shit is gone, and I don't see it coming back anytime soon.
I don't have any of those apps. I still have Facebook dating because I don't know how to take it off.
I didn't sign up. SpaghettiOs. Oh no.
Give me that Lysol.
Number 3.
I
I don't know how to pronounce her first name correctly.
no Lysol in this.
Is it Ghislaine? Ghislaine Maxwell?
Yeah, Maxwell. Optimus Prime.
So Ghislaine Maxwell's brother claims his sister won't give out names for a lighter sentence. Oh wow, she's a soldier. That or they threatened to kill her. Ian Maxwell said that there was no plea bargain deals offered to his sister, and he hopes it stays that way. Prosecution confirmed no plea bargain offers were made or received. I expect that position to be maintained, he explained to the Sunday Times of London. As previously reported, Maxwell faces up to 65 years in jail after being convicted of trafficking underage girls. Ian also added that his sister is not a suicide risk and has support from her family and friends. She knows there are many people, including her family, of course, who love and support her and who believe in her innocence, he further explained. Maxwell also faces perjury charges as per the evidence provided in a 2016 civil lawsuit filed by Virginia Roberts Guffrey. Guffrey claims that she was sexually trafficked by Epstein and Maxwell. I don't know why that story's so short. I feel like I didn't get any of what I needed. Okay. So for you guys that do not know, Jeffrey Epstein, who is now deceased, he hung himself, was
allegedly.
Allegedly.
The government hung him.
Well, he's dead. And he went to prison because he was a part of just like having a bunch of underage girls come to his island and was having them do all types of sexual favors, and he was paying some of them, and then some of the girls were just, it just got really layered. There's like a bunch of Netflix and Hulu documentaries about that. If you're into like the unsolved mystery true crime shit, I suggest you watch it. And Ghislaine Maxwell was basically like the madam of all his evil shit. And now she's still alive, and she's the only point of reference that they have in regards to what really took place when that stuff was going on. And a lot of people were wondering if she was going to give like a black book of all the celebrities that were flying out to this private island for the trafficking, because there were a lot of celebrities allegedly that were involved with this. And I thought she would take a plea bargain as well, but I also thought that if she told names, they would kill her, because most times, or in my mind, the people that were flying over to this island are very high profile figures. So like, if they were to do that, a lot of people would be going to jail, or at least in court, because I feel like rich people are kind of untouchable in that space. So like, I was wondering if she was going to tell him, but she ain't telling. 65 years seems a little light for as much damage as I heard they did.
Well, how old is she?
She has to be like in her 40s or 50s.
Yeah, so she'll probably serve like another 30 years. So she'll probably get out of 70.
Yeah, I mean, at late 70s at that. But like,
she got like convicted on 5 counts of like sex trafficking.
And then perjury charges.
Mm-hmm. I listen. I've heard the rumors about the island. I read a little bit about it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody needs to go down.
Mm-hmm.
Donald Trump.
Everybody has to go down.
Trump needs to go down.
I just want to know who
Bill
went
Clinton,
to the
allegedly.
Island. I want to know who's black that went to the island.
Nobody.
I don't think that's true.
Mike Tyson, allegedly.
Is is that a name they threw out there?
Allegedly.
Oh my God. There were a few names I saw in there, and it was like a lot of high profile black people. I ain't gonna listen on, but I saw it and I said, please don't be true. I don't want to see you in that light.
No, I know they probably went to the island, but I don't know if they went to the island for those purposes.
But you ain't blind.
You're not blind. Just like they seen R. Kelly. All those people that went to the studio. I didn't see no girls in the studio.
Okay, bitch. It'd be like, all right. Well, then you had your blinders on that day.
It's just like this whole Hugh Hefner thing. Have you ever been keeping up with Hugh Hefner?
No.
Holly's coming out talking.
No, what did Holly say?
Oh, Holly said that the first time she had sex with Hef, it was kind of like unexpected and almost low key forced, gay, really rapish. And she was talking about like how he didn't like her to wear red lipstick, how he hated when she cut her hair, he thought she looked cheap, and how like he would like monitor her eating and everything she's doing, and how he would treat some of the girls in the house, and how he stunk, like how he had a weird odor.
And I'm such a girl. I was a Girls Next Door fanatic because I love everything Playboy. Like if I was a girl, I would love to be on the cover of Playboy. But then again, possible to do it now as a boy.
Yeah.
But wow.
Yeah, people are airing out Hugh. I knew this day was gonna come.
I mean, but damn.
I knew.
I wish they wouldn't have waited till he died.
Well, I think it's best that he's dead.
I mean, probably for their safety, but it's just like there's no repercussions to be had, and it's just another white man that got away. But it's just like for me watching The Girls Next Door, if it was a show on E that showed it focused on the Playboy Mansion, but like they seem so close knit, and I'm just like, oh my God, the way that we were misled.
The girls seem like they are still close knit together. From Holly and what's the other one?
It's Kendra and Bridget.
Bridget's in the documentary. I did not see Kendra speak out.
She got her man now, so she probably just like whatever.
Out before though.
Wow, I don't know if she's still with her man actually.
I don't know. He liked the transgenders, right?
Was that a thing? Where have I been?
Eric, where have you been? Yes, it was a whole scandal.
Oh God, I do remember him being in headlines, but I felt like it was a cheating thing. But I don't remember
cheating with a transgender woman.
What can I say? The guys like that.
They got it flaunted.
They like it. Hey, wow, that is disappointing. I had the theme song on my phone.
Wow, you fed into the madness.
I love Playboy.
Well, there's a special coming on A&E, so you should watch it.
I'm going to watch it.
I think she also talked about it on the podcast too. So.
Escandalo.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
They said he smelled.
I mean, that's not shocking.
You know what? A white person walked past me the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And when you walk past some people's like scent, they catch you.
What dog?
Cabbage. It smelled like cabbage.
That's disgusting.
And it was warm cabbage.
That's disgusting.
It was like a warm scent.
Ew. Oh God.
I just said, Oh, oh,
That's disgusting.
oh, oh. And I was thinking about dating outside my race lately.
Have you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Because Lavelle had a dream
Okay.
that I was dating someone, and they
Mhm.
were light skinned.
Okay.
And I said, "How light?" He said, "Oh, light, like high yellow light almost." And I said, "Wow, I've been thinking about dating outside my race. Maybe he wasn't black. Maybe he was white."
But Lavelle's light skin.
Yeah, but I wasn't dating Lavelle in the dream.
No, I know, but like, was he that complexion? Because Lavelle's black.
Lavelle is black. Maybe he was that yellow.
Because I'm gonna say Lavelle is very
He
light.
had very fair skin.
He's not white passing. I guess if you don't know like the diaspora and you're kind of ignorant, then maybe
He
you'd be
could
like, is
be-
he white? But like Lavelle's not white.
He gives almost European.
Yes, yeah, that's what it
European.
gives.
Mhm.
That's what it gives. With the bald head too and the facial
Mhm,
hair, it
mhm,
gives.
mhm.
Shout out to Lavelle, very handsome man.
Shout out to Lavelle. Love you to
So
death.
you know he may not be, but I mean I personally don't feel a way about outside racial dating, except for when you're a celebrity. That really
Why do
I don't like
why
it,
do successful black men
I don't know.
usually end up with white men?
and not even like your. Give me some, not your Channing Tatum's, not
Yeah,
those.
not a Justin Timberlake in his prime,
It,
not a Jason
no,
Mahal.
it
It's
gives very much
always
Andy Cohen. It gives very much
so.
Anderson Cooper is fine.
Very much so. The broker brothers. What are they called? Very much HDTV.
Very that like the queer eye for the straight guy men, and
Yeah.
I'm sick of that narrative. Like
It stresses me out.
I don't know. I feel like that's a deeper issue. We had actually talked about that for the topic because that is a question I've had for a while. Number 4. More transgender and gender nonconforming people were killed in 2021 than any other time period in U.S. history. 2021 will be remembered for many things. However, a tragic and deadly milestone involving the transgender and gender nonconforming communities is an alarming reality. According to recent reports, 2021 ranks as the deadliest year in U.S. history for members of the transgender and gender nonconforming communities, as they were killed at a heartbreaking rate. At Time Reports, a recent report from the LGBTQ plus advocacy organization, the Human Rights Campaign, confirmed that both transgender and gender nonconforming individuals were killed at a historic rate. 2021 now ranks as the year with the most deaths for those who identify as trans and gender nonconforming, with at least 50 people murdered within the last 12 months, making it the highest number of fatalities in American history. Experts also note that the number is likely much higher due to the deaths of trans and gender nonconforming people often being largely underreported and victims often being misgendered. Additionally, Black transgender women were the leading group that were victims of fatal violence, with an estimated 66% of Black trans women being murdered, 85% of trans women, and 84% of trans people of color. Even more alarming is that the reports show that the rise in murders involving transgender and gender nonconforming people occurred across the South, specifically in Texas, Florida, and Georgia, although the deaths were reported in 19 states overall. Meanwhile, Texas, Florida, and Pennsylvania all had at least 5 deaths. Dating back to 2013, HRC has reported 256. My tongue. Dating back to 2013, HRC has reported 256 incidents of fatal violence against transgender and gender nonconforming people. And now, sadly, 2021 proves that they are in danger now more than ever. I mean, no shit, Sherlock. I don't. No, yeah, shout outs to this publication for covering it, but I mean, I feel like if you're in the LGBTQ plus community and you're Black, especially, you know this, you know this is going on because there's just no sense of social value for the trans and gender nonconforming community, and it's because there's a lot of ignorance, willful ignorance, and people just don't see them as human beings. So that's why the deaths are not being reported. The fact that they're being misgendered when they're killed, and the reports go out as their gender assigned at birth, like it's just very tasteless. And I don't even know where to go from this conversation, but I will say that this is what the trans community was talking about when they were up in arms about Dave Chappelle.
I do agree.
This is what they were talking about because, you know, wow, those of us who have the brain cells to understand what Dave Chappelle was getting at, those who are just led by celebrity figures and don't think for themselves are basically looking for ways to justify why the trans community and the gender non-conforming community are not humans, therefore don't deserve basic human rights, respect, and should be killed. So, in this new year, I think I don't even know. I don't even know. I do think everyone needs to do their due diligence and actually have conversations. And I want to say do research, but people tend to do bias researching. But I do think that you need to do have conversations and really get out there and understand the different communities of the world, because it's just like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Yeah.
In short, like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Yeah.
Thoughts?
I was gonna say I do think that the numbers are alarming but not surprising. Because what you said, we already knew these things. We hear the stories, we see the stories on our timeline, but there's not from a major news network. They're not from someone that is covering the story. They're from our friends and our family who are telling us about their friends and their family who have lost their lives for senseless violence. And you brought up a really good point. The Dave Chappelle special was one of the things that the trans community was talking about, but it's also the rhetoric that is being spread by these horrible people that rap about trans or talk about bad things about trans or spread these things and literally dehumanize these people.
And then fuck with them behind closed doors.
Yeah. And it's so sad. Now, I've never been an advocate of forcing someone to understand how I live or what I believe in, but I am an advocate of respecting what I stand for. And that's exactly what I feel with the trans community. I don't think that people need to fully understand, because I don't understand all the time, because that's not me. Some people may not understand how you will like a guy.
Yeah.
I like guys. I don't understand like how someone will want to change their gender, and that's okay because it's not for me.
Yeah.
But I respect that, and I will respect somebody with their pronouns. I respect somebody with the way they choose to live. As long as they're not killing nobody or hurting nobody, why does it bother you?
Yeah.
And I think that's one thing that we have to get over as a society. We have to stop being so damn judgeful over people that have nothing to do with our lives. Why are we so concerned? And what in the world would make you want to harm somebody simply because they live different from you? That makes no sense to me. What internal anger do you have about yourself that you are projecting on someone else?
Deeper conversations. I have not played not one sound effect this whole show. This is why I don't be working the board. But none of them were applicable. None of them were applicable. And I don't believe in forcing them to say I did it.
You're right.
But yeah, nope, none of these are applicable. But I agree completely. Like, it's a lot of self-hatred. It's a lot of shit that people are not ready to unpack for themselves. Like, oh, I'm into someone in the trans community. What does this mean for me? And now they're worried about the societal boxes that they're being forced into now. And it's just like, it's not that deep.
Honestly, no one cares anymore. I don't know. Maybe I've been so far removed from whatever else people are doing. But I think in my bubble, in my space, and where I work and where I live, and I just feel like no one gives a fuck.
Yeah. I mean, we've reached a certain level of growth. And I think for us being like out people, like after a while, you're kind of just like, girl, fuck all of y'all. But there are people, I mean, the killers care.
Yeah. But I'm also thinking like my frat brothers or the hella straight friends that I have. I've never felt like I have to change who I am around them.
Yeah.
Or deny the fact that I'm going to have a boyfriend or I'm going to be married to a man. Like, I never felt like I had to do that.
It's definitely not as taboo as it once was. So I need the girls to get with the time. But I don't know. That's a lot. Like the fact that you feel like you have to kill somebody because you are sexually enticed by them.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine. Don't want to imagine. Don't want to understand.
At all.
Just stop. Yeah, I really do feel like the time is approaching for us to have a member of the trans or non-gender conforming or both to just come on the show and just like not justify their way of living, because that's not their responsibility, but tell their story, because I feel like a lot of people have completely dehumanized them because they don't understand. And it's just like, y'all don't understand that white people literally did that when they were enslaving black people.
Yeah.
They looked for every reason to justify why we were supposed to be working for them and not treated as human beings.
Yeah.
And we, specifically in the Black community, are doing the same oppressive shit.
Yeah.
We are doing the same oppressive shit. And that is why when people say that straight cisgendered Black people are the white people of the 2020s, yeah, it's a real statement. And a lot of y'all are just like, no, because y'all are looking at like the graphicness of whipping slaves and abusing them and raping people. But y'all are horrible. Y'all are horrible. Not only y'all, I'm speaking in general because like those of you that it applies to, hit dogs holler. But y'all are horrible. Y'all are horrible. Ignorant, horrible, disrespectful. And, you know, in 2022, I really hope y'all do better. Number 5. Social media reacts after basketball player Dylan Gonzalez tweets about scathing accusation about Trey Songz. One more time. Social media reacts after basketball player Dylan Gonzalez tweets scathing accusation about Trey Songz. When I start, Bigo, I'm talking to someone about this. I want you to know I'm talking to somebody about this. The repeating headlines. As previously reported, former University of Las Vegas women's basketball player Dylan Gonzalez took to Twitter on Thursday to get something off of her chest. She tweeted, "Trey Songz is a rapist. Lord forgive me, I couldn't hold that in another year. See you in 2022. Although she didn't add more context to her tweet, the Can't Help But Wait artist has now become a trending topic as fans react to Gonzalez's viral posts. While some of Trey's loyal fans are defending him, others are bringing up his history of alleged sexual and physical assault. One person tweeted, "Trey Songz has been accused of rape at least 3 times during this pandemic. That plus years of previous allegations should be enough to get him and his off-key..." Oh, shit. Hold on, I have to read this whole read over. "That plus years of previous allegations should be enough to get him and his off-key yodeling ass out of here. There's been too many whispers about Trey Songz over the years. Usually where there's smoke, there's fire. These latest claims comes a little over a week after a woman filed a $20 million lawsuit against the R&B singer, alleging that Songz sexually abused her at Miami's An Evening nightclub? 11 nightclub. Oh, I didn't notice that was an 11. At Miami's 11 nightclub. Trey Songz has not yet spoken about these latest allegations against him." I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say about this.
Well, we should listen to Kiki.
I mean, I just went back and watched that video because I kept seeing it in the comment section. I was like, I want to know what everyone's talking about because I remembered it, but I didn't remember it that well. But you think there's privilege at play here? And what's the privilege at play here?
Caramel skin sex is big dick privilege. Same privilege we gave R. Kelly. We give men who sang about sex and fetishize sex in women and create this lustful ideal about them a pass because like, oh, they're sex symbol. They can get any girl they want. Now, you know them girls, they knew when they were going over, they knew what was getting themselves into. Oh, Trey, do they? Like, why would he do that to them? Like, if he really wanted something, he could just go out and get something from anybody else.
That's very much what it gives.
And we bypass the fact that they may actually be sexual aggressors because everybody does not want everybody. Yes, Trey Songz may be fine. Yes, he may be having a monster, but that doesn't mean that people just automatically want to give that to him. And I think that we bypass those things because we're so connected to their music and we're thinking like, okay, this person did this or this person. No way. There's no way. Actually, there's a lot of ways.
There's a lot of ways.
There's hella ways.
And all these people are not lying. In my mind, all these people are not lying. I will keep saying allegedly, but all these people are not lying.
When there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you summed it up. I really don't have anything to add to this. All right, y'all. That was all for bitch. You better read.
What's my favorite word?
And now it is time for the topic.
Flashes, lights.
Okay. Can we wrap back to or circle back to this conversation about black men and celebrity black men marrying older white men?
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on with that? Now, quick disclaimer. I do not have a problem with interracial dating. My problem with that is that the only representation of successful black men in relationships who happen to be gay are them with these old ass white men, and not your physically fit white men, not your Channing Tatums, not your John Cenas, not Justin Timberlake, not Robin Thicke, but I'm talking very much Emerald Lagasse. I'm talking very much Andy Cohen from Bravo. It's just giving that. And love who you love, but I am sick of it. I am fucking sick of seeing that shit. It is late. It is late. Oh, you fell out.
Yeah, that's what she said.
She did. It's late. It's late. I'm over it. And it's not so much who they're with. I don't really give a fuck about how the person looks. I hate that is the only representation. I believe Billy Porter's with a white man.
Mm-hmm.
RuPaul is with a white man.
Mm-hmm.
Todrick dates a bunch of white men.
Mm-hmm.
Who else is there?
The first DL trade I've ever seen in my freaking life on The Real World.
Fuck.
Ugh, gosh, that's what it came.
Karamo. White man. And I'm just like, oh God, please. Because I know. Well, I don't know. But
don't block your blessing.
No, God knows what I want.
Yeah, my mom said, my mom, my friend always says, there's a real blessing, be no pain behind it. And I don't know if I will not feel any pain by dating a white man. But I don't know. It's really interesting that when black, affluent gay men do become a little bit more notarized or get some money or some fame behind them, they tend to leave their black spouses and get with a white man. And it's not just black gay ones. I also notice it in football players and NFL players.
Oh, like white women?
Yeah, they get a lot of white women. After they date their black girls throughout college or whatever, they get on and move to white people.
I mean, I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't really care because that ain't my playing field. But
okay,
in this gay shit,
home, it is really weird. And I don't know if because we feel like there are not a lot of black successful men. Or
I feel like it's a few things. I've heard this conversation about I definitely told God I didn't want to marry a white man at 11:11.
Spoke it.
Hey.
Hopefully listening.
Hey.
Chocolate.
He's like, all right, noted, nigga. But I think it's a few things. I remember hearing the conversation of black men are not healed or never been taught how to love another black man. A lot of black people who are gay are not in a space of being romantic or not open enough to engage with a person on that level and all this shit. And I'm just like, like as many gays as I know out here in LA who are black and out the closet, like why doesn't that translate into the successful realm? Like once you reach a certain tax bracket, like why is that what it's giving? I don't
I also think that because I really had to sit back and really think about dating in LA, because as a serial dater here and trying to figure out what I'm going to do and how I'm moving, I come to realize that one, there's a lot of options, which is why black men don't settle down a lot. But I also think it's because when we all move here, we get put into a pool that we weren't in when we were in our smaller hometowns. So like you may have been like one of the cute gay boys in your hometown, but now you move here to this bigger city. Now you're one of the 1,000 cute gay boys. So now you need to see what the rest of the gay boys are like before you settle down to an actual one. I think that's the problem with dating.
Yeah,
that's the problem with dating. But then when it comes to the successful black dating, I think it is those. We still have those traumas that we don't know how to heal from. And I think that a lot of times it's still the crab in the barrel mentality, even when it comes to dating black men. Like you can find someone that is successful and that you're dating that happens to be black, but then you're like, wait, time out. Am I also competing with this person, my partner? Do I see my partner as competition and instead of seeing them as love? And I think that's the issue that we have in our community too. We always want to compete with each other instead of love on each other.
Compete in what sense?
Like some people misuse the term equally yoked because that was misused for me.
Equally yoked
when it comes like to being as successful or when it comes to having being able to purchase these extraordinary super expensive clothing that looks hella trashy and ugly when you throw it all on together, or when you're just taking these trips for no reason and things like that. People think that those are the things that make you equally yoked, and sometimes we look at black men and they aren't where they quote unquote supposed to be by the age they're supposed to be at, and then you start to judge them for those things instead of think about equally yoked, meaning are they mentally stable to handle a relationship? Are they able to comfort you in your time of comfort? Are they able to make you happy when you need
Mhm.
to be happy? What are they doing to feed you spiritually? And I think that a lot of times with black men, we only look at the superficial things. How often do they work out? Do they have this type of product shoe? Can they take me on a trip to Belize? And when you
Mhm.
start to do like that, a lot of black men unfortunately aren't in those positions when where they feel like they need to be at a certain
Mhm.
age. So that's why I think a lot of these black men may go to white people who already had the silver spoon, who already had the handout, who already had something that established them. So instead of having to build from the ground up, they already had these things. So now they're like, well, he has this, he's equally yoked with me. So now I can do those things instead of grinding it together.
Hmm. Very good
That may
assessment.
just be an assessment I have.
Very good assessment. I will not invalidate it because there was a lot of valid points. You know, like, and I see a lot of relationships around me between two gay black men, and I really do support and love the idea of building from the ground up. You know, this idea of it's just being very grassroots. You know, you guys may not have all the things that you want physically yet, but I think that that is the fun part of the journey.
Yeah.
You know, getting to know this person, nourishing their dreams, goals, and aspirations, and really like seeing them become equally yoked with you on that financial level or material level, all the shit that really doesn't matter. So, you know, like if that's the reasoning, I mean, rock out. It's your relationship, not mine. But I do cherish that idea. And I'm not like one of the black people that praise the struggle. Like, I don't, if you don't have to struggle, don't. But I personally, you know me, like we knew each other when you know, I had my little hoopty car. You had your Nissan with the hole in the
With the
back
hole in the
window.
back. Child.
But I love
Woo.
that because it was just like I know the places. I have an idea of the places that we will go, and I know that cars will be grandiose and homes will be bigger and all this stuff, and tax dollars will be flown in. Like I understand that, but dating for the material shit is just not. I don't see it. To all my black people that are aspiring to be great in your fields and stuff, who are currently looking for love, I'm speaking to y'all because I feel it. You know, I just really give people a chance and meet them where they're at. That doesn't mean tolerate some. What's going on with your StreamYard? what's going on here?
I had got a phone call that kicked me out, but I thought I was still there. When I came back and I was gone.
And you still ain't pop up yet.
They just don't want us to have good clips.
That's really what it is. To all my black men who are aspiring for something greater in whatever field and currently looking for love, give people a chance. And I'm teaching myself that as well. You know, don't let the little things throw you off. That doesn't mean tolerate some bullshit. Don't tolerate disrespect. If something doesn't align with you morally, spiritually, or something, cut that shit off as well. You don't have to tolerate nonsense to build a strong foundation. Sometimes you need to acknowledge a red flag versus an orange flag. But you know, give people a chance. The idea of writing people off because they're not where you want them to be materially, you will fuck around and blow a blessing. There are a lot of great black men out here, Latinx men and stuff like that, but I'm speaking to the black people, that are on the rise. So, you know, don't let material shit guide you because I mean, I don't have all those things right now. And if you were to blow past me, I mean, bitch, good luck. You done missed a bad bitch. That's really well together. So, you know, I say all that to say, like, there are some great guys out here, and you really got to give them a chance.
I've dated both ends of the spectrum. I've dated someone who's very wealthy, who was able to do everything, and somebody who had nothing. And I think one thing that I learned from both of those relationships is that you have to meet somebody where they are.
Yeah.
You have to meet them where they are. You have to love them for who they are and not what they have. And I think that a lot of people just skid on past that, and it's always the optics. And I had to catch myself because I am so hard on people's shoes if you come and talk to me.
Oh yeah, you are a sneakerhead, heavy.
I'm not a heavy sneaker. I'm a little lightweight sneakerhead.
All right, girl.
So I will look at your shoes and I would dismiss somebody based off the shoes, and I had to stop doing that. I could be missing my blessing.
Maybe they just were like, I just want to be comfortable today.
Yeah.
Got all the same sneakers you do at home, but they ain't comfortable today.
So I need to stop. But if you wear Chelsea boots, you cannot date me.
We definitely had this conversation when my best friend was on the show, and her man was wearing Chelsea boots, and I was just like, oh, the timeliness, the timeliness.
That was on him.
Aki Momo.
Yeah, I want to be able to do it.
But yeah, like there are some really great guys out here. I don't know. I've never been into the material shit because I've been in relationships when I didn't have anything to offer other than love, and I'm an advocate that if someone treats you right and they really pour into you and they make you feel special, then you should nurture that. Yeah. Because not a lot of people have the emotional capacity to do that. Yeah. So,
and then if you're out there and you're dating someone white, I would love to hear about it. I would love to hear about interracial dating. Because I've never experienced it. Now I know that when dating, like even for me, dating out here, being from the Midwest and dating someone from the East Coast or dating from out here, there are a little bit of cultural differences in the way that we say things or the way that we may cook things or just our upbringing. And that is sometimes a struggle to understand how other people are raised. So I really want to know, how is it when the whole culture, because even though we're from different parts, we still have some of the same cultural experiences. You know, my big mama may have made her grits with sugar and yours may make hers with butter and salt and pepper, but we still ate the grits. White people may not know what the grits is,
right?
So how do you talk about those cultural differences and how do you create a new cultural norm for yourself and your family? I always wondered those things.
Yeah, as I'm sure it works. Like people are people at the end of the day, and love is love. I'm just tired of that same old dynamic of successful gay black men being with older successful white men. Break that. I'm just really tired of that.
Yeah, it's really interesting. We don't have a lot of successful black, I'm not going to say successful, we don't have a lot of famous black gay couples because I believe there are a lot of successful people, and success is in the eye of the beholder. Everybody does not want to be famous. Everybody does not want to be a millionaire or billionaire. Everybody just wants to be happy.
Yeah, in your individual fields, of course.
I would say we don't have a lot of famous black gay couples. The only one I can think of is like Justice and his boyfriend.
Who's Justice?
Justice was in The Get Down.
Oh,
and he's also in Detective Pikachu. Yes. I always think back to the quote that I found very interesting. It was alleged. What's the dude that plays the guitar? Stacy. Hands over Frank Ocean and Tyler Creed.
Oh, from
Future. From he's in
the internet.
Yeah, the internet. I think it was his quote. He was basically saying like, he was talking to Tyler and Frank, and they was kind of talking about like what type of guys do they see? I don't date a lot of black men because I see them as my bros and not as lovers. So I date white men.
Who said that?
Stacy, allegedly.
He's the one who said it.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's how you view it, that's how you view it. Then let me clarify. This is not an attack on black men who like gay, older white men. I don't give a fuck. My issue is that is the only narrative that is out, and it makes a lot of gay black people feel as though, well, representation is important. And I want a lot of people to see that you have options that don't look like that. You have options that look closer to you or understand you culturally, or, just like, if it feels right for you. If you want to date outside your race, hey, throw it up. Love is love. I really don't give a fuck. I'm tired of the same narrative. Now, if you are like Stacey and you feel like black men are your bros, then hey, that's your prerogative. I love black men. Those that are my bros are in that category. Those that are my men are in that category. And that's just where I've always seen love happening for myself in the black space with another gay black man. But just wanted to pose that, some food for thought. But that was all for the topic.
What was the reason? Flashing lights.
And now it is time for the question of the day.
Question.
Today's question of the day is, wow, what is going on? What does love look like to you? I'm manifesting love in 2022 that's going to travel on. That's going to just travel on.
Well, we just realized that 2022 is the number 6 is a Venus. So that's love and romantic. The goddess of love.
I do feel it coming. Like, I really have this energy of like a pink heart glow around me that I really do feel like love is coming into me, because this is
love is coming into you.
Found my first sound effect.
Love is coming into you.
You're nasty, trash,
I didn't even set that up. You did that by yourself.
I mean, hey, I'm manifesting. But like, yeah, I do feel like this pink glow of love around me because I've never been more open to the idea of giving myself to dating and seeing where the cards fall or the chips fall. And I'm excited about that. I really feel like I've been communicating a lot with God lately about love and just telling him that I want to enter that space with someone that I can genuinely foster a relationship with that's healthy, that's divine, that is protecting, that is nourishing. And I feel like I've been asking for it a lot. And then when we were at brunch with Michael, one thing I remember him telling me is that if this is something that you find your heart truly yearns for, you'll get it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, oh my God, I love that. And I feel like as of late, it's been yearning, like Gatman voice. It's been yearning. So I know that God is just like, all right, I got you. And I don't know when or how or who, but I'm trusting that energy. So yeah, I maybe this Venus energy in 2022, we'll see what happens. But back to the question of the day, what does love look like to you?
Love looks like healthy conversation, healthy empathy. And what I mean by healthy empathy, it means like not feeling bad for your partner, but understanding your partner. So that way you'll have effective communication. But love also just looks unconditional. It looks like even when it's bad, I'm not going to leave. I'm going to sit and talk about it. I'm going to work this thing out. Love for me looks like, Baskin Robbins. Like there's a lot of flavors there. There's a lot of variety there. But it's all just ice cream. If that makes sense. Like it's all in one person, but there's different varieties and different textures and different parts of this person. And that's what I look forward to. Because this weekend someone told me they didn't realize that I was so goofy. I'm like, do I always look so serious?
Do they not know you?
I don't know.
Okay.
But I think sometimes some people get different parts of me.
That is true.
Sometimes people get very, very business. This is this very inspirational. Is this here? And then also this, who the fuck is this Kelvin goofy ass nigga? So I think love for me looks like someone embracing all of those parts and understanding those. Yeah, that's what love looks like for me. I think that it comes in different forms, in different ways. And I do speak love, and not just love romantically, but platonically. I think building better friendships this year is one thing I really want to.
That is important.
One thing I really want to.
That is important.
Focus on building better friendships and also loving myself more. What does love to yourself mean? What is giving yourself grace? Because a lot of times I know I give a lot of people grace and I show a lot of grace to other people and give love to a lot of people, but I don't always give the same grace to myself. I don't always love myself as much as I should. So love to me, to love myself, looks like appreciating who I am, taking the time to honestly make sure that I'm okay in every aspect, working out more, eating right, making sure I'm not drained. Taking the time to sit still and say, Kelvin, you can't do this right now. You can't be everywhere with everyone. That's what love looks like too.
Yeah, I like that. I saw a post when I was scrolling the other day, and they said if someone asked you to list everyone that you love, how long would it take you to say yourself? And I was like, because of course someone's gonna leave with their parents, God, and these are all great answers, but like you will not list yourself just for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Some people will, and I guess you've reached a certain level of evolution. But but for me, self-love looks like advocating for yourself, not minimizing your feelings for the sake of maintaining relationships, which I've been very good about thus far. And I'm super proud because I was the type to minimize myself. And I realized because I don't have many falling out with friends. I have great relationships in my life, period. But I do realize that I'm typically a giver in that sense where I will minimize if I am feeling away for the sake of maintaining a relationship, because I will assess on a scale of how important this is where I need to address it or let it fly. If something really rubs me the wrong way, it will be addressed. But for the most part, I kind of let it fly because I know how I am and I know how to navigate myself in that way. But, you know, in this new year of life, I don't want to do that. You know, I don't deserve that. And I'm going to speak my piece. Everyone else does. So love for me looks like self-advocation It looks like self-affirmation. It looks like you said, doing things that makes you feel good, working out, eating correctly, maintaining your home space, keeping it clean, making it smell good, like giving it personality. So that way when you're there, you're like, this is mine. You know, it's been raining a lot these last 2 weeks, and I've found myself in my room under my lights, listening to the rain hit the ceiling. And I'm just like, there was a point where I would have been trekking through this trying to figure out where I'm staying. And I'm here. And I love it. So self-preservation is love. And in regards to friendships, mutual love, respect, empathy, as you said, where a person can pour into you and you can pour into a person can correct you when you are out of bounds, and you can do the same for them. And it's not an attack on their character or personality, but it's just more of like I care about you, but I care about myself more. And in order for this relationship to work, this is what I need from you. And the person doing that back, friendship, love is not a competition. I know innately we are all competitive. I don't know that we're all competitive. I'm competitive, so I can't really imagine someone not being competitive. But not competing in a way that's ugly. I feel like you can use your friends as inspiration to get to a higher point in life, but you should not be trying to knock them out the box. That's not love. That is petty. And then romantic love for me is a lot of what friendship love is, but on a higher level. I think it's just having all the necessary conversations, sharing your day with somebody, listening to the things that they like, getting to know like families and stuff like that, being vulnerable with a person, sharing the parts of yourself that are like less than favorable to you, like that's love. And allowing someone to do the same for you, like really allowing someone to invest in your life holistically and doing the same for someone else, that's love. But never forgetting who you are in the process. That's holistic love for me. Yeah.
It's good.
Thanks. I gotta write these all out. I was talking to who was I talking to? It was another gay man that was it was a woman. And she was talking about how she came from a really crappy relationship. And then before she got into another one, her friend told her, write down a list and manifest all that you want in a partner. Like really get in there and do it. And it's not supposed to be a list of deal breakers. Like no one's going to meet everything on this list, but you can list them in order of what's most important to you and what are your non-negotiables. And then you stick to that and you use it as like a criteria. And then you see if a person really does that. And are you all of these things that you're looking for? And I was just like, that is great. So I'm going to sit and I'm going to do that. I've been putting it off because I find that when I do that, I get into this space of like, love me, love me, love me, love me, love me. And I was just like, I don't want to feel all that. But I am going to write the list and manifest.
Write the list.
I'm excited to see what comes out.
Write it.
No, I'm not going to do that because that's how you end up with the shit I just said I don't want. But that was all for the question of the day.
Question.
I am running this board today, bitch. Hold on. StreamYard's recording. We're not on mute. I love it. I love it. All right. And now it is time for If I Told You That. As I beatbox on the mic, trying to kill time. All right. So today's If I Told You That is, if every time you entered a room, you had entrance music, what would the song be? I can go first while you think.
Go ahead.
So most recently for me, there's two songs. One I'm phasing out because I've overplayed it, but Pressure by Ari Lennox. Because I feel like I am getting to this space in life where I've elevated a lot holistically, and I am all the pressure, not all the pressure because I want, as life continues, I want to become more, but I feel like I am the most pressure I've ever been. I feel physically amazing. I look better than ever before. I have a certain awareness about myself. I feel grounded. I feel motivated to do what's right for me and less about like what others have projected onto me. I feel solid. Even in the days where I'm a little wonky, I still feel like I got this. And that's a certain level of groundedness I have not felt thus far in life consistently. And I love it so much. And There's also this other song that I recently discovered by Moni Love, and it's called "Don't Funk with the Mo."
Okay, don't funk with the mo.
And I love it because that's very much my energy too. I am a warm spirit. I'm a spirit full of love, but bitch, don't play with me. Don't play with me. And that's in every sector. That is romantic. That is career. That is financially. It's just like, I know what I bring to the table. I know who I am, and I won't let anyone negate it. I won't let anyone compromise it, dictate it. This is what I am, and I have room to grow, and I acknowledge that. But like, I am a bad bitch, the baddest bitch on the block. So don't funk with them all.
Okay, don't funk with the mo. I think mine would probably be Stevie Wonder. Don't worry about a thing. Because I just got a groove, and I'll just love the message. Don't worry about a thing. We have to have a good time today.
I love that. That's the one Tori Kelly covered.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually like one of my songs that brings me out of a sad place.
It's amazing.
Mhm.
It's just one of those pickup songs. And then, when I walk in a room, what I want people to say. Fly As Me.
Who's the artist?
Silk Sonic.
I just heard that the other day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I deserve to be somebody as fly as me.
Mm-hmm.
You deserve to be somebody as fly as me.
I feel like I thought about you when I first heard that song.
Somebody this.
Yeah.
Okay. Period.
Because you be dressing down. Like,
I put on something.
And I told you, like, I mean, I feel like I've always told you this, that you are one of the most put together people I feel like I've ever met. Like, I've never worried about you in any regard.
Oh, well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, like
it's a good thing or a bad thing?
No, it's a great thing. I mean, like, there are you have certain friends that you place in certain categories, or you just know certain things about them. Like, I know certain friends' emotional capacity. So I know that, like, during a hard time, you may be taking things this way, or like, maybe like during the holidays when you see a bunch of couples together, you may be in your bag about this, or maybe you're like angry or anxious. You just know the people in your life, family, friends, partners, everything. So like, you're one of those people that, while I know you go through these things and I've been with you through some of these things, I always know that you are going to ground yourself to the best of your ability. I know aesthetically you're always going to come together. I know that you're never going to go without the necessities or basic needs. You're just one of those people I don't have to worry about.
Well, thank you, Eric.
I
try to keep it together.
You do.
I try.
That's why I mean, I think a lot of times the way that people perceive you in public, like if someone's like, I didn't know you were so goofy, or da, I think that's all like representation, except for when someone's like, I thought you were a bitch. I get that. But I think it's a representation of your public persona sometimes, and like not necessarily something that you can control. It's just like, this is how people read your energy. And I get a lot of times like, you seem very put together and stuff like that. And I'm just I own that.
That's also why I'm single.
Yes, but
people don't think I'm a mess.
Honestly,
I'm a mess. I can meet in the StreamYard area, life of things, I'm a mess. Talk to me.
Okay.
Talk to me.
I
have a conversation.
If and I've been told that, but I don't want to. I'm not gonna put myself in a poor space. I'm not gonna put myself in a lesser space. I'm not gonna downplay who I am. I'm not gonna stop calling myself the baddest bitch on the block. For you to feel a certain level of comfort to approach me. If anything, if you feel like you are not up to par with where I am, then do what you feel like you need to do for yourself to meet me there, if you want to meet me there. But I'm not. I've been without a romantic love for some time at this point, and I will go a little longer if necessary, because I'm not minimizing myself. I don't need it. It's something I aspire to have one day, and I'm manifesting, but I'll be damned if I downplay myself for the sake of making you feel like you can be in my life this way. If you only feel like you can be with me because you can compete with me, I don't want you. I don't want you, because we won't last. So let's save each other time.
Yeah. Woo. Damn, Eric, we were supposed to talk about interest music.
You brought it here.
I did. What song would you want to play when you walk in the room? What song would you not want to play when you walk in the room?
There's so many songs I beat. Don't play Stupid Hoe.
Okay. I love that song though.
I do too.
That's one of the best TLC songs ever.
No, not that stupid hoe, Nikki.
Oh, Nikki Stupid Hoe?
Don't play either one. I'm not a
Okay.
stupid hoe.
Okay.
I love Bo. No, I don't. I like Stupid Hoe by TLC. I love
Oh,
Nicki's.
that's Silly Hoe.
Yes, that's Silly Hoe.
Hoe.
Right. That's how
Stupid
you know I
Hoe.
don't listen
Okay,
to it that
okay,
much.
Okay.
Don't play either one.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm not stupid or silly. Notice I didn't negate the hoe.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't do those are only that's the only one I can think of. What about you?
I wouldn't want somebody to play Chicken Head.
I love that
wouldn't
song.
want
By Project
somebody- Yeah, by
Pat?
Project Pat. I also wouldn't want someone to play Looking Boy when I walked in. I feel like everybody's talking about me. And I also wouldn't want somebody to play Wall to Wall because that make me feel like I have no walls.
I think there's something with you internally.
Yeah, it would be internally if I don't have no walls.
Well, yeah, literally. But
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, that was all.
They keep coming from wall to wall.
Mhm.
Who's running Kelvin down?
That was all for If I Told You That. And now it is time for Uniquely Speaking.
This is for Rachel, you big, fat, white, nasty, smelling, fat bitch. Why you took me off the motherfucking schedule with your trifling, dirty, white, racist ass, big, fat bitch.
All right, guys. It's 2022. We have made it. We have finally made it to this year that a lot of people were hoping to come and praying that the end of 2021 would go so they can bring in new things in the new year. But one thing that does not change is the concept of time. And I've realized that this past couple weeks that time literally is all we have. And one of my favorite songs by Music Soul Child is entitled Time. And one of my favorite lines of that is time waits for nothing, but everything is going to take its time.
Time waits for nothing,
But
everything is going to take its time.
Basically saying that the world is going to continue to go, whether you're here or you're not here. But your process in that time may take a little bit longer or may happen faster than what you expect.
Say that
So
one more time.
the process that you're in that time may take a little bit longer or may happen faster than you expect.
Okay.
But what's going on around you will not change. The growth in yourself may take a little bit longer, but the clock itself is still ticking. So when we're looking at how we're doing things in our lives and what we want to do with our lives and how we treat others and how we watch other people grow, that's all a part of timing. And in that time, what are you doing with it? So understanding that although you want something to happen right now, it may happen in your time. But while that time is steadily going, you need to be preparing for the time that's going to happen. Because once it comes, it's going to come. And you can't say, hold on, I'm not ready yet. Because time waits for nothing.
Right.
So what are you doing in preparation for your time?
I like that.
And I think that we need to talk about that this year. Because we are manifesting new things. It's the time we set New Year's resolutions and we say, I have this goal to meet this, this by this date. I want to do this by this date. Now we know that time is going to be a consistent thing. It's going to continue to go. But your process may take longer than what you expect, or it may happen faster. Because look how fast 2021 happened. We just started January. Now we're in another January. It goes so fast. So in the concept of time and how it's just moving, what are you doing in that time that is moving? What are you doing that time that you say, I'm going to wait till April to do this? So from now to April, what are we doing? How are we preparing for that constant time that is shifting? And I think that's what we need to realize and what we're focusing on in our New Year's resolutions. I want to do this year. I want to do this year. I want to do that. Okay, let's put a timestamp on it. And then let's actually do the process of what we're doing.
Right.
A realistic timestamp.
Right.
I always talk about not setting whole New Year's resolutions, but doing quarterly goals. By the first quarter, I want to do this. Second quarter, I want to have this done. Third quarter, I want to have this. A part of that bigger goal. So let's say I want to lose weight. Okay, great. You want to lose weight and get in the gym. Okay, cool. Let's break it up by quarters. By the end of the first quarter, I want to lose 20 pounds. Okay, cool. So that means by April, you want to lose 20 pounds later. Okay, from April to what's that? June is the second quarter. Or May, I want to have a six-pack. Okay, what I'm doing is to do this. And then so on and so forth. I have to get through the end of the year. So your goals are in line with the timing that is going on instead of just saying I have this umbrella of an idea and I'm just going to wait for time to happen and get it done because it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I don't remember the phrase. Is it luck is when preparation meets opportunity? Yeah.
That's
A-
exactly what it is.
And I think a lot of us don't set the small time stamps because it's accountability, and a lot of us don't really want to be accountable. That was my thinking, because I realized, like, whenever I was in like a therapy session or a life planning session, I would make these huge overarching goals, but they would have no definitive date. And it was kind of like, well, how do you measure your success rate if there's no deadline? Like, the deadline can't be when you're dead, because what? But like, you make these, and I know it sounds really daunting to my bitches that have anxiety. I feel you, but like, it's so helpful. It's so helpful because it's like, even if you don't make that deadline, then you're able to be like, okay, what didn't work here? What can I improve upon? What can I take up a notch? You know, but you really have to. That's that self-love in practice. You really have to hold yourself accountable and put yourself to the test, and you'd be surprised what you could do. I have this life planning coach, and she's fucking amazing. I have come up with a Excel spreadsheet of my whole November spending, to see if I'm in the red, where most of my money is going, what expenses can be cut out. She has me reading the Bible, not for any other. It's a really deep reason why she wants me to do it. She wants me to connect with God and see how I find myself in Him. Because for those of us that feel like He's our savior and our source and all of this stuff, it's like, how do you feel connected to someone if you don't know anything about them? So she has me like starting to read the Bible, and I'm not going. She assigned last week that I read Genesis, and I may not have Genesis done by our next session, but the fact that I'm starting to read the pages, that is the effort. And you know, over time, but you have to hold yourself accountable. If you really want to see this grow for yourself, then you got to do it. And it feels so good. You start to feel so accomplished. I feel accomplished as fuck. I'm reading the Bible. I'm applying for jobs. Working out, and you know, it's not like a rapid thing. I don't feel like Mike Tyson with my shit, but I do feel like I'm on a good path. So that was a really good Uniquely Speaking.
Thank you.
I enjoyed that. I did.
You is welcome.
This is for Rachel, you big
It's
fat
gonna
white
happen.
nasty smelling fat bitch. Why you took me off the motherfucking schedule with your trifling dirty white racist ass big fat bitch?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and that was all for the first episode of the Get Right for 2022. So quickly, let's just unpack what we have learned today, because I feel like we got into a lot of things. No,
We got into a lot of things.
we did get into a lot of things. Where is it? Where is
It
it?
is right under Uniquely Speaking.
Is it?
I put it all in order for you.
I'm
Oh,
ready to get the fuck
It
ASAP
shows
after
goes
this
right
shit.
there.
oh, okay. What have we learned?
That you didn't see that goes in order.
Fuck you.
I've learned that when I become successful, I'm dating a black man. I've also learned that what love looks like to me may look different to other people, and understanding that love is given and received differently. I also learned that a dog bit me today, and I want to beat that bitch ass, but I can't because that's not the godly thing to do.
It's not. I'm just gonna say it's not.
Should have beat that owner's ass. That was late.
For them being like, oh, it was only $20, right?
I was late.
Were they white?
He was Asian.
Oh, even worse.
Yeah.
No, not worse.
Yeah, that's what I learned.
Okay. I have learned that the dating apps are getting very sketchy, so please be careful.
Please
do not invite people over to your house.
Don't.
I've known this, but I'm passing it to the people that are a little more naive. Don't invite everybody into your space, because not everyone deserves to be so close. I've also learned that I've been reminded that life is very fragile, and that there's no definitive date on this. So all you can do is give it all you got until the end. So really push yourself in this new year. And it's not about New Year's resolutions, but really like taking the steps to make yourselves happy. If you want something for yourself, really give it what you can to bring it to fruition. You'd be surprised when you give a little effort, the universe, they'll give you a lot. That doesn't mean give minimal effort, but it means be gentle with yourself and take the steps. I've learned that Ghislaine is going down, but she's a real bitch because she ain't list no names.
Yeah. Type of bitch you want in your corner.
Right. I've
Or on an
learned.
island.
What?
In your corner or on your island.
Right. I once again want to remind you all that the transgender and non-gender conforming people are indeed people. So please exercise respect and human decency the same way you would like people to treat you and your loved ones. Would you like your sister, brother, mother, aunt, or anything to be slaughtered because of their existence? You would not. So lead with that. And yeah, I've learned that 2022, or I believe 2022, is going to be extremely prosperous, and that I'm going to give it all I got. And in return, God, the universe, my spirit guides, angels, and ancestors are going to give me all that they have. So yeah. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Get Right Radio Show. If you would like to keep up with the kid, feel free on IG at The World According to Eric, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Eric Devante.
Yes, and I'm Kelvin Unique, KelvinEunique on your Instagram. Just flip that to Unique Kelvin on Twitter. Make sure you're following the Get Right Radio Show. That's the Get Right Radio Show on Instagram. And also download the Good News Radio app so you can listen to this episode and all the episodes from last year. Because if you don't download it this year, how the hell are you going to keep up with us? Because we're being bigger, better, bolder, more beautiful. 2022.
Period. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you got right.
That's right. Get right or get left.
Bitch, you better get right.